It is 8:01. So hello everybody. Welcome to episode 12, Water to the Deep. My first official stream as a Twitch affiliate. Yay. Thank you everybody.
Yay.
Which reminds me also we got to do a drawing this week for a gift card. Make a note of that. Oh, welcome to Waters of the Deep. Our wonderful group, thusly named The Hand, took a job from the compound, from the Watchers, to observe and report on a ship captain that works for the Salvagers Guild that might be up to some sus stuff. So they traveled east for about a week to some sunken ruins, and they are going to dive and be tested to see if they are Salvagers Guild material. We do need to retcon just a little bit from last week. I missed a huge plot point in that. See, you guys are on like the end of the 6th day right now. Silt was having her aqua dementia blowout, which couldn't have happened at a better time. But the 2 days prior to that happening, the eclipse started. Nothing fancy. It's basically just moonlight. There is no sun rotation, so it's a dim light scenario for the next month. But that being said, let's do some introductions. Pam, you get to go first.
Everybody, I am Pam. I am your beloved redhead paladin vampire type of form pirate. That's a lot, I know. I occasionally turn a little weird against my own party, but that's because of my bloodthirsty scenarios that I might run into. This is Loki. He's running around and playing with freedom. But yeah, we are in the ship and we are trying to right now protect Silt at all costs. So we'll see today what's gonna happen with that and if we'll make it through without him being hostage forever until we get out.
All right, and Brad.
Hello, everybody. I'm Brad. I play Otis Watts, the Tempest Cleric. And I don't know if you guys can see her on camera, but my little co pilot is Callie for the evening, so she may or may not be joining me on my camera for a bit.
Alrighty. Becca.
Hi everyone, I'm Becca. I play Gallon, the Sea Elf Gloomstalker Ranger, who's a bit klutzy, a little exuberant, just here to have a good time. Yeah.
Katie.
Hi, I'm Katie. I'm playing Silt, the Tabaxi Hexblade Warlock, who is, I guess, prone to seasickness, hallucinations, and secrets.
Alright, Max.
Oh my god, oh, there it goes. I'm Max. I play Kit, the babbling, bodacious, bucking bronco, basic bitch bullbard. Ready to fuck some shit up.
Killed it, killed it.
Alrighty. And Tatty. Mike.
Yeah, tonight I go by Tatty, but normally I go by Mike. Tonight, yeah, like he said, I'm playing Tatty. I am a fairy rogue. It was soul knife caliber, so a little sneaky. Little. He's mainly out to make some money right now. He's faking his way through this job because it's for people he don't like. But you know, that's what the gang wanted to do. So here we are.
Alrighty. Well, let's start off. We are the evening of the 6th day. You guys are going to arrive at the dive destination tomorrow morning. Let's start. Katie, why don't you give me another dementia roll, and as the day is carried on, let's see if being confined and with friends helped.
Could I throw something out there from the last week because we stopped right at it?
Yeah. What's up?
We were in the middle of evaling Silt. If you remember last week, I was asking her a bunch of questions about what happened.
If this had happened before, and she said yes, it had.
Okay. Yeah. So go ahead and pick up there, and we'll continue with that role once the evaluations are done.
So I think the last question we left off at was Otis had asked Silt what had happened, or I'm sorry, if it had happened previously.
Did I answer?
I don't remember.
You
Okay.
did. You said, yeah, it's happened a few times in the past.
Okay. Well, I thought it was done because it hasn't happened in over a year. So here we
Well,
are.
What is it exactly? You haven't exactly told us, other than he went running like a madman.
Oh, I don't know. I just see crazy shit.
But why? What causes that?
I don't know. Specifically, I don't know.
Can you describe? Let me think of how to word this correctly. Can you describe exactly like what happens, what you experience, and what causes it?
Well, I see creatures. If I don't know people well, they turn into creatures, which is kind of scary. Otherwise, I just feel a general malaise that goes with it, I suppose.
So it'd be fair to say that you would see things that not everybody else can see.
Yes, definitely.
Gallen's
And-
going to kind of pop in here if that's okay, Odess, with a question.
Sure.
Any particular circumstance where this has happened? Has it happened around people like on land at dinner parties? I don't know, when you were out hunting with family, if that's ever something you ever did. Is it only when you're on the water?
What are you actually doing when it happens?
I suppose there's possibly some correlation to being sick. Maybe? I don't know.
Sick as in how?
More susceptible to it if I'm sick.
Okay, so you're saying it's not the actual sickness that causes it. It's just it tends to happen when you are not feeling well. Am I understanding that correct?
It doesn't happen every time I'm sick.
It doesn't happen every time you're sick.
No. Which is good because obviously I get seasick a lot. So
Is there something in particular that you're doing each time?
not that I know of.
Do you know if it has anything to do with the eclipse?
I doubt it.
Well, and this is directed towards the DM, and I don't know if this is possible, I don't know if this is plot or what, but seeing as I am proficient in medicine, I would like to roll to see if I recognize any of these signs or symptoms.
Yeah, go ahead and make a medicine check. How do I word it? you've seen similar symptoms in like war veterans and trauma survivors, where their mind kind of turns on them and they have hallucinations. You've also seen similar symptoms in individuals afflicted by cursed objects or being influenced by creatures that feed on susceptibility, I guess is the best way to word all of it.
Okay.
There's no like one distinct thing that you can pin this to, though. It's what she's going through based on your evaluation is symptoms of a wide variety of scenarios.
It looks similar to something, but it's not exactly that thing.
It looks
Okay.
similar to a lot of things, but it doesn't fit the puzzle exactly.
Gotcha. Okay. Others will look at Silt and say, I will be sure to say a prayer for you. For right now, I think it's best that you rest as much as possible. And we can talk about this more later.
Okay, that's fine.
Is there
Is there
anything we can? Oh, sorry. You were probably gonna ask the same thing I was.
You're going with it. Go ahead.
Is there anything we can get you or do for you?
No, I don't think so. I just need some sleep, I think. Or rest, not sleep.
We'll feel better. We'll keep you updated with things that are going on with the crew.
Okay, we need to talk, I think, about the crew and the captain a little bit too soon. I suppose he's going to be wanting to have a conversation with me, so.
Well, I think if I remember right, he said he wanted to know what was going on, but I mean, I don't recall exactly who he had the conversation with, but I think he talked to somebody about something.
Well, he and his first mate are a little bit suspicious.
He had wanted somebody to come talk to him once Trevor had been gotten confined, and Taddy went to talk to him.
Well, it was me he wanted to talk to because he didn't trust Taddy and Pearl. That was Gallon.
Okay, I just know Taddy stayed above deck, so I think he did talk to the captain last week.
did.
Yeah.
I did. At one point he believed me, and then the next time he didn't. And
Yeah, and that was the same thing that happened with Pearl. And
You're
that's when I
only
think-
as convincing as the dice allow you to be.
Exactly. Exactly. And I rolled pretty good on those ones. So, what should I discuss with the captain? Just that you're
Well-
not feeling well, you're having some seasickness.
As far as you guys know, you don't know anything about Trevor that you'd have any answers for him. I don't think so. He'll have to talk to me if he needs more answers.
Okay, so I'll just tell him like right now you're resting up as much as possible, kind of. I'll say going in and out of consciousness.
Sounds good.
And then if he decides to come down and talk to you, I guess we'll leave you to talk to him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. If everyone else feels comfortable with that, that's what I'll tell him. And then Gal's gonna kind of start heading towards the door.
Are you heading up to the top deck?
Yeah, I'm gonna, I guess, go talk to the captain.
Okay. Captain is in his quarters.
All right.
So there you stand in front of his door.
I am going to knock, just kind of, loud, but not like abrasive.
Enter.
Go in.
If you want, you can randomly shift me around. I'm just making rounds,
Okay.
watching everybody work, even though we were told we didn't have to.
Yeah, I haven't had the camera on you, so all good. You walk in. The captain is seated in his chair on the other side of the table, looking over some papers, and he has a logbook open off to the side.
Roll to see if I see anything regarding that. Anything that's
Okay. Make a
strange.
perception check.
Anything I need to know since he's sus.
Okay.
Ooh.
Nothing of note. You don't get a lot of detail because you're just kind of making a cursory scan. You can see in the logbook it's a ship's record log of the goings on of the day-to-day in the ship. And he's made a recent entry in it, but you don't have enough time to actually read it.
Captain, I just wanted to report to you on Trevor, since you asked me to.
Yeah, is he doing all right? He's not gonna kill everybody, is he?
No, he's resting right now. He's been going in and out of consciousness. So we haven't been able to get much of anything out of him. We've just mostly been trying to keep him comfortable. But he's saved and locked away. Shouldn't be a problem.
Well, that's good. Ship safety's number one, especially when you're a guild member.
Of course.
Now be straight
we
with
both
me,
know.
because I know there's truths being told, and I know there's some not so truths being told. Something's off with that boy, and I want to know what's on my ship. He kind of leans back in his chair in a very relaxed, authoritative pose and waits for your response, squintly gazing at you to read anything you might say.
Well, Trevor, we've known Trevor for a while. Isn't any behavior we've seen, so I can at least assume that this is something that's happening on the ship. You know, he's clearly not very good with the water. Suggesting some sea legs.
Okay.
But other than that,
Make a
Seems-
persuasion check. I can believe, because I saw firsthand, he ain't got his sea legs, but I still think you're not quite telling me everything about him. Like why he's running across the railings on all four, like a creature. Humans don't move like that. I've been around enough of them, I should know.
like I said, adrenaline does weird things to people. But, if you ever, I'm sure once he's feeling better, I'm sure he'd be more than willing to talk to you. And probably talk to us, but like I said, he's in and out of consciousness right now, kind of mumbling. Not really getting much.
Alright, well, you just keep him contained till it's time for y'all's dive, and I'll have a word with him. Maybe the icy cold of the depths will loosen some lips. I know something's going on my ship.
Captain, sounds good. Looking forward to the dive tomorrow.
You're dismissed. And he hunches over his desk and starts writing on a piece of parchment.
Okie dokie. I'm gonna kind of nod my head and leave. And then gonna just kind of walk around and see if I can listen in on anyone's conversations. Kind of get a gauge on where everyone is in regards to this situation.
You're trying to be casual about it?
Yeah, casual. Not look like I'm listening in.
Okay.
Elf ears.
What was that, Katie?
With those big elf ears.
Those big fins. They're like little radars.
I will say make a performance check to try and act like you're not listening.
Oh, this is the wrong one. Hold on. Come on, baby.
Okay.
It's not-
You just kind of like work around with Tatty and act like you're watching what they're doing, trying to keep learning and killing time. You pick up on some conversation about the crew has no clue what's up with Trevor. He's just acting really weird. You overhear the first mate talking to the helmsman, which is the Kinku currently, about the last time she saw something like that, things went south really quick. But just a general aura of not knowing and mistrust.
Okay, sounds good.
Mm. After Gallon's kind of taking a tour around the ship with me, I want to make my way down to the hold.
Okay. Are you still following Gallon, or are you gonna stay up top?
I'll stay up top. Kind of do what Tatty was doing, walking around, learning things.
Are you going in with the rest of your party, Tatty, or are you out in the main
Negative.
area? Okay.
Main area. Approach the makeshift guards. How things going down here, guys?
It's going all right, Ted. We're just doing what we were ordered to do.
Oh, good, good, good. I mean, I just, I've been upstairs still learning what I can learn, but I haven't spent much time down here. Is it okay if I look around down here?
Uh, yeah, that's fine. Everything's pretty much empty right now. The hold will be full tomorrow after your dive, hopefully at
Of
least,
course.
right? Yeah.
Yeah, right, yeah, right. So, all right, thanks. I just didn't know because I familiarized myself upstairs and with most of the jobs over and over again. Yeah, so
No,
much to learn on a ship, man.
you're welcome to roam and inspect the ship as you wish. The general rule is no fights, no disorderly conduct. Don't go in the captain's quarters unless you're invited, and stay out of everybody's personal effects. Other
Of
than that,
course, of course.
the ship is public domain.
Thanks, man. And I want to circle the hold. I'm not gonna move myself in a circle, but
Mhm.
I just want to inspect the whole ship essentially for hidden compartments, um, places to stash things, if you will.
Okay, I'll say give me 3 investigation checks, one for each level of the ship.
Okay.
The order will go top deck, lower deck, and then hold as you
Okay.
roll them.
Top deck, 20. Lower deck, 10.
Okay.
And the hold, 22.
So you start in the hold because that's where you are. The place is empty.
Yeah.
There's some empty crates for various goods that'll be collected on the dive. The forward section is like a makeshift animal pen, keeping some chickens and a goat-like creature in it for some fresh rations. The back room where the rest of your party is full of barrels, either containing ale, rum, or water. The rigging and scaffolding for the dive platform is also in this main area.
Okay. I'm gonna save you the hassle and skip you forward a little bit. Is there any kind of like places to stash things, like a hidden stash? Even if it's empty.
You don't
I'm looking
find.
for loose
I-
floorboards. I'm
Yeah,
looking
no,
for.
I got you. You don't find any hidden stash. There are definitely some loose boards and tucked away corners where someone could potentially stash something.
Okay. Where are those corners?
Throughout the ship, there's a bunch of them.
Okay. Okay. Well,
I'm-
we're set to find out if the captain is
Yeah, no, I
stealing.
got you.
So I'm trying to decipher where would he stash something if he's trying to steal it.
I'll put.
So if that helps you decipher what I'm doing.
Yeah, I mean the ship isn't in the best condition. So I mean there's a few loose boards.
Okay.
So I'm marking boards and corners
Okay.
where things could be stashed.
Thank you. Man, that's a lot.
Yeah, like I said, the ship's not in the greatest
Yeah.
repair. The top
Does
deck
any
is
of them like stand out? Like
no.
a little cleaner than the rest? Somebody's used it before?
Nope, they all seem like wear and tear and just some place that something could be stashed if you wanted
Okay.
to.
Cool. All right. After that, I guess I will join the group in the hold. Yeah. As I walk in, be like, "How's it going? Everyone?"
Going as best as it can, I guess.
What's up, little buddy?
In this amount of time, Silt, based on that roll you gave me earlier, your panic has lessened and you're much more clear-headed now.
Okay, so still exhausted, but feeling better.
Well,
Doing okay, Ted.
oh, good, good. Well, just so y'all are aware, and I come in a little bit closer so that I don't have to yell too loud, kind of keep it on a whisper. Everybody's worried about you trying to kill everybody on the boat. And the captain swears up and down that something's going on here.
Which is why I need to talk to the captain.
Yeah, well, I mean, I can't exactly make that happen. I've been staying undercover and just keeping busy, so they ain't all suspicious of me. But Gallon seems to be the one talking, so maybe she can talk him into talking to you. I don't know. I'll go upstairs and I'll report, let him know that you're awake if you're ready to talk to him.
Yeah, I think I'm feeling better enough that I'm.
Okay.
What are all those arrows for? Okay.
So, somebody
Gallon's
was moving.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's me.
All right.
Am I
That's
still
cool.
hallucinating?
You don't know
But
because you're
I
in a
would know.
contained room with close people.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm, after doing my perusal on deck and trying to see if anything else is going on, I'm going to go down into the hold since the whole team is there, and I'm going to tell them what the captain told me, which is that he's incredibly still suspicious. Basically just knows that something's going on with you, and to give us some time, I kind of said that you were in and out of consciousness, and he seemed to suggest that perhaps tomorrow after the dive, he'll talk to you about it. But if you want to go do it now, I can see if he's willing to talk to you.
I think I'd much prefer to do it now.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
while we're all here, I just think also that we should think about obviously we're here on a job for Lord Marshall. I consider him not my friend, which is why I'd like to keep him close. And I like this captain a lot more than him. So, how do you guys feel about leveling with Captain Rice?
About what we're here for?
Mm-hmm.
You want
Uh,
to double cross him. Said quietly.
I have
Right, this is all said and quiet because there's two guards right outside the door.
Do I hear Otis say what he just said?
I mean, if you're a part of the conversation, yeah. If you're standing in the corner minding your own business, then make a perception check.
I'm gonna do a perception check. In her mind, she's like,
Well,
well, crossing, maybe. Doesn't sound like a bad idea.
I
No.
can.
You're in your own world.
Okay.
Pearl.
Pearl's just playing with her braid.
I mean, from what I've gathered, there's, I don't know, about a half a dozen to a dozen spots, more like a dozen spots. Things could be stashed around here, but I haven't found anything special. So if the captain's stealing anything, he's blatantly just taking it and putting it in his pocket. Is the only thing I can come up with.
Well, I
Hell, you
assume that
mean?
he'd wait until after we do the dive.
Yeah.
to
Well,
stand off that.
I just was thinking that, you know, they said he's been doing this for a while,
Mhm.
or they thought he was doing it for a while. So, you know, he'd have to have some kind of system set up for it, but I'm not finding anything.
Mm,
There is
I see.
a logbook in his office that he was writing on when I came in. I could tell that it was for the comings and goings of what happens on the ship, but I couldn't actually get a detailed look at it and like read it. So that might give us some more insight.
Well, if he's keeping logs about everything that goes on here, then fat chances are he's probably got a log for what we're picking up and what we're delivering. Our best bet would be to keep a log of what we collect tomorrow ourselves and see what's missing after it's delivered. And that could tell us if stuff's been being taken.
He may be offloading it at the same time.
You guys, above table, because it's been a couple of weeks, you guys were given a bag of high value items to place amongst what you collect by the Lord Marshal. Just a friendly reminder. I think Silt has those, if I remember correctly.
I do.
Yeah.
Okay, well. Then, you know, let's...
I mean, do we want to risk not getting a market pass?
I'm not worried about market pass. I'm worried about money.
We don't have to. So we can finish the job. They're just suspicious. They don't have proof. That's the thing. They don't have proof. So we can finish this job and not find any proof and still get our market passes.
Pearl steps up. Hey guys, what you talking about?
Hey, Pearl.
Or like, hi, what are y'all discussing right now? Sorry, I was kind of out of it for a second.
It's alright, you're pretty exhausted.
How's your hunger doing, Pearl? Oh, you and Gallon have the temp fix going on because you didn't plan on that for the week.
I'm not thinking about any food
Okay.
at the moment. Yet.
Well, I've dumped about what information I got. I'm gonna get back out there, so as to not raise any more suspicion than I already have.
I mean, I'm gonna kind of look at Silt. I'm gonna say, if you think we can pull this off,
No.
I'm for whatever plan you have.
Pam, you're not muted. Just FYI. As
Thank
you yell no at the dog.
Okay.
Mid
That's okay.
plan
I
making.
caught on that it wasn't at Gallon.
It's just you guys are like, let's do
No, Gallon.
this, and all I hear is no, no.
So that's
Is
my
that-
point of view.
I'm gonna.
And then I'm gonna
check-
kinda-
Don't move me yet.
Okay.
And I'm gonna kind of look at everybody else to see what they say.
Well, I'm gonna head towards the door. As I'm heading towards the door, because like I said, I want to try and keep appearances up. You guys make the decision on what you want to do. Like I said, I really didn't want to work for those assholes anyways. Silt, do you still want me to go get the captain so you can try and talk to him now?
I can go to his office and talk to him if he's ready to.
I don't know if they're gonna let you out of here. They want to keep you in the hold.
Oh, okay. Then yes, that's fine. He can come down here.
Okay. And I'll head out the door, and now I'm ready for that move, DM.
As he heads out the door, I'm gonna peek around the door frame and get a look at the crewmen that are out there.
Okay.
What do I see?
Quartermaster Johnny is standing there. As is Gar, the half orc.
So that's who I see out there.
Yep.
Ah.
I had to pull up my list of names that I made.
I'll look at the rest of them and say, yeah, I'm feeling better. I don't see weird things anymore. And then I'm gonna look at Otis.
Let me know when enough time's passed, and I'll knock on the captain's door.
Okay. Go ahead, Katie.
I'm just looking at him to
Yes, my friend.
input on the conversation that we're having.
In regards to, you're not next to the door, are you right now?
Oh no.
Okay.
Still in the sweet, sweet arms of a minotaur.
Yes,
You-
she
you-
is.
To clarify, you want my input on whether we should double cross the Watchers
Yeah.
or if we should basically complete their job.
Yeah.
That's a toughie. I want to side with you guys, but the issue is if we double cross the Watchers, then we're going to have a very powerful shady ass group on our tail for quite some time.
Well, yes. Eventually, we're going to, anyway, we are actually going to, and that's why part of we did it very poorly the first time. Yes, we did. Just barging in and getting caught, and so this time we're building much more of a safety network in relationships and aliases. And that's one of the reasons why I want to keep you guys a little bit separate.
What do you mean?
Taddy, Kit, and myself can all disguise ourselves. The three of you can't, so you're just kind of who you are to people that we come in contact with often.
Mm-hmm.
So if we set up a network of, a hierarchy above us with the scalpel way at the top, who is a not real person, and it protects us a little bit. It protects you guys a little bit. I'm not so worried about myself.
Be that as it may, the issue is the Watchers have already seen our faces.
Right.
So, if we choose to double cross them now, then they're going to know what we look like. So, there is that.
Yeah, and so the weak link here, or the link that would break here would be Captain Reith.
Meaning,
If we level with him, then sure, he can go to the Watchers and tell them that, hey, these people came and told me that they were working for you, and, you suspected me of stealing. I don't know that that is a very big probability.
but if we tell him that, then what do we do about the Watchers? That's the question. That's what I'm trying to get at.
We just tell him that we didn't find anything.
That's
The
a hard
reason
one.
we're doing this to get a market pass.
No, the reason we're doing this is because, the reason that my reasoning would be is that the original job is we need to infiltrate the compound again, and these assholes, like, the government just, and Silt gets a little bit, worked up at this point because of history. The government just needs to come down eventually. Needs to be gone.
So let me
This
ask
one's
this.
a pickle, because I'm with Otis on this one. If they didn't know what we looked like, I feel more comfortable.
There may
I
be a
mean-
way out of this, though. There may be a way.
What way? What are you thinking?
So, the Watchers are asking us to do a job
Mm-hmm.
because they heard that we're capable of doing something, right?
Yeah.
They want something from us. If we continue to show them that we're capable of doing something and handling these situations, then that does what? It buys us favor, right?
That's exactly what we want.
Technically.
Which is exactly what we want. If we do what Silt's asking us and double cross the Watchers, then, at least in the way that we're doing it, we run the risk of them, they will most likely find out, they know what we look like, and then we'll be on the run, and it's just going to make our lives that much harder.
But
However,
that's if they find out that we're double crossing them.
correct. There may be a way to win this, though. But we have to get the captain on board with it. So it's going to be similar to what Silt is saying, right? Ultimately, Silt brings up a good point. We need to build a network, right? We're going to need to build a network of people we know, supplies, people who can help, because we can't do everything ourselves. If the captain truly is smuggling something or he's stealing, right? Then obviously he's been doing it for a hot minute, right? We could lend credence to that. Credence might not be the correct word, but we could help solidify that and turn the suspicion away from him. In turn, he helps us.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, I'm on board. I'm good.
Okay,
I
so
like that.
there's that. The catch to that is we have to do it in a way that the Watchers genuinely believe what we tell them is true. Does that
Well-
make sense?
Let me tell you what my first thoughts on this were. It was to put the captain and the crew all out on rowboats and we mutineered the ship, but that's a little bit extreme, so that's why.
Gal's gonna
That's
kind of
why I'm
giggle.
looking for guidance.
You also noticed that there aren't any rowboats on the ship, so that would have been interesting.
Oh, okay. That's good to know.
Have them lock the plank.
I'm
Here's
not
my-
sure if I would have gotten on board if I knew that there were not any safety measures. Like
There is
you know,
one rowboat, quote unquote, aboard,
Okay.
and that's in Gallon's bag,
Oh well.
and you're aware of that. So-
No, she doesn't know this. I didn't
I thought-
actually tell her what we. Nope, didn't tell her what we won.
You
Well, I
didn't?
didn't tell her
thought
what I
you
won.
did. Okay,
Nope.
so never
Mm-mm.
mind. Forget me.
I don't think any of us have told anybody.
Hey,
No,
you guys
no.
got this. I'll just keep staying out of it. So
I kept that on me on purpose as exposure therapy for Celt above table.
okay.
Here, so if you want to make this work, what do you have on the captain?
What do I have on them? Dirt wise?
Do you have anything on the captain? As far as I'm concerned, we have nothing.
No.
What do we have?
That's why we need to wait. It needs to wait until after the dive and after like the shady shit hits the fan.
Because if he genuinely is just doing his job because he's going to retire soon,
Right.
then everything that we've planned, all your whole idea goes kaput. He has no reason to trust us. He has no reason to believe anything that we say. He has no reason to even support us in any way, shape, or form. And to bring this up, it may not even be the captain that's doing this.
Right. That's why I wanted to talk about it now, because there may be nothing, like you said. He may just be ready to retire.
So what we need to do is we need to figure out who it is that's doing it,
Hmm.
if they're doing it.
Mm-hmm.
If we can do that and we have dirt on them, I'm not saying that we use that dirt to coerce them, but we can have mutual friends,
Yes.
if that makes sense.
Yep. That's exactly what we want.
We don't get in your business, you don't get into our business. However, we can help each other out. If you really...
I can make it look like there's actually a scam going on here.
Well, it's an option. But we do that, they catch it, and they're legitimately running a scam. Who do you think the blame's going to go on?
They're not gonna catch me doing anything. I'm very smart.
Not saying you're not smart.
I know you guys might not think of me as an ethical person.
Oh, you're not ethical, but okay.
I prefer not to put these more innocent people in hot water. I'd prefer just to watch the Watchers roast if these people are innocent.
I have
If they're
options.
innocent, we can report back that they're innocent.
Yep.
Because ultimately, what happens if we tell them that they're, what does that do? It gives us market passes. I mean, it could buy us favor if it turns out. It could buy us favor if it turns out that the captain and his crew aren't willing to help us. Then Yeah.
I know I'm not there in part of the conversation, but everybody should be able to remember this part. There's money involved in this job too, not just
Right.
market passes.
No,
I can
there's
get us
not.
market passes, guys. I can get us the market passes. The market
There's
passes aren't an issue.
there's no money on this job. You
I
negotiated
thought there
for
was.
negotiated. There was an original offering of money, but it was renegotiated for market passes.
I'm pretty
I
sure I
thought-
said and market passes.
Yeah.
It was both.
Yeah, it was
Uh-huh.
both.
I don't think so, but I'll go watch the stream just to be sure.
Okay.
Yeah. Double check that because I could have swore.
I always go
I can
back and
tell you-
rewatch the stream before I cash out rewards, anyways. But I'm pretty confident there was an offer of money, and then it was renegotiated
Yeah.
for market passes, and that was it.
Yeah. Well, I can tell you right now, Taddy would have said no if he would have came back and told me that there's no money.
Taddy wasn't there when the deal was made.
No, but I discussed it when we got back together as a group. Remember? I said I didn't
Yeah.
want to do a job for them.
I don't think it was a lot of money, but there was some money. That was the negotiation that we did.
Right. But
Like I
that's
said,
okay.
I'll
We'll
go
check
back-
it out later.
I'll go back and double check. That's the beauty of recording the streams, is I can do that. So
Well, I'm on board with artists. I do think everybody's smart enough in our own little wits and ways, and some of us are more sufficient in others. I think we could be very pursuable if we wanted to be. But yeah, I want to say double crossing. I don't think that's the best idea. I think artist idea is what I'm on board with right now.
Well, I think that was Silt's idea in general.
Or Siltery originally. I could also try to murder everybody that I possibly can, but that's a different story for another day because we still have how many days to go?
I think
tomorrow
it's about
morning.
another week.
tomorrow morning and then a week back.
Yeah, it's a long time.
Um, Silt, if you want to do this plan, I'm not necessarily opposed to it, but information is going to be key.
Yes.
Speaking of
And-
a week back, real quick, everybody roll me just a straight intelligence check.
Because we sell smart.
To see how well your brain works.
I mean,
Wait. I should not be at disadvantage because I was
Ye-
not exhausted at that point.
No, you still have the exhaustion, you're just not seeing the hallucinations anymore.
But aren't we rolling a week back?
No, this is current.
Oh, it's a current roll for
hmm
talking about a week back.
Yep. The guidance doesn't count for this because this is like an in the moment spark, not something you prepare to do. You're not actively trying to do something here.
Yeah, it was worth a shot.
And Taddy, you weren't present for this part of the conversation.
Okay.
But the only person who passed the DC was Pearl, which works perfectly. So Pearl, as you sit there and go, we have how long? Like a week left. It clicks in your head. None of you made any plans or preparations for your rooms that you were sleeping in at the inn, and the time will be up by the time you get back.
Oh, the time's already up.
Yeah. We only had it for a week.
great.
Well,
So, guys, we need to find a place to stay when we return. We need money.
Like I already had that in mind, bro. Like I knew we
I'm
were gonna
honestly
have a
not
place
too
when we
worried
got
about
back.
it.
It was one of those things you guys didn't plan for when you got on the ship. So I saw a moment to have it be like a, oh fuck, we don't have a place to live when we get back moment. So,
Pearl's gonna have this little image in her head of the little hallway where she would eat her supper and thinking that that will not be her little spot anymore. Just some random stupid thought that she gets in the moment.
The
Or you could
stupidest
just-
part is that as part of my background, I actually get like free meals and board, but like I can't use that right now.
You
'Cause I'm
can't.
not revealing my background.
Yeah, you can't use that in the current environment of the socio-economic status.
Yeah.
Well, there's nothing we can do about that right now. I mean,
Yeah, that is true.
we're
That
gonna
is
have to
true.
deal with it
Sorry.
when we get back.
Just a
So-
thought. Just a thought. Okay,
No,
moving along.
and it's a good thought. Bottom line, we need more information. So we're gonna need to see how this plays out and possibly deal with it on the way back, on our trip back. Who knows? Maybe something goes different with the dive. Who
So
knows?
if Patty's going to get the captain, and he's going to come down here and talk to you, so... Alright, you're not going to tell him the plans now, you're going to
Oh,
tell
no,
him
no,
after.
no. I'm just explaining Trevor's
Okay.
background and his history with childhood fevers, etc.
Sounds good.
I think everybody needs to keep their eye open, pay attention to people, and maybe we should let our sneaky little friend know when they get back.
I'm gonna look at Galen and say, you know what? Since the captain really trusts you the most at the moment, he's not very chipper about me. Why don't you try to get him a little drunk and try to see if he can get any information? You're very good at trying to get people to open up and make them have a little drink. Hint, hint, if you know what I'm saying.
You want my opinion on this?
Alan doesn't like to talk about it.
Sure, it's not a good idea.
Galen tucks the elf ears on a necklace into her shirt a little bit, like. I don't
does
know
the
what you
captain-
did with them, but it's.
What does the captain care about most?
Retiring.
Yes, but he wants fancy stuff, right? He wants us to find the good stuff down there on the dive. He wants us
Yes.
to do all that. We
Yes.
impress him by finding the good shit and getting that back.
Oh,
Period.
yeah.
Whatever it takes.
We already got the good shit. So,
Well, we
Solitary.
find extra good shit down there.
okay.
How much shit are we gonna give him? I
You
thought we're
give
keeping.
we need to give him something he can't refuse.
Okay.
We need to find something that he just cannot resist. If you find that one thing that he wants, the one thing that just drives him crazy, you've got him hook, line, and sinker. He'll do the rest of the work for you.
Okay. More with that.
So I have an idea to help us find some stuff.
Okay.
On top of what we have now.
On
But
that
we'll
note,
see how
as
this plays
this
out.
as this conversation's happening, Taddy, you do make it up, knock on the captain's door, you enter, and you walk in to see him still sitting there. As you walk in, he puts away a little rock shaped like an ear. He doesn't try to hide it. He just sets it in a box to the side and closes the box. What can I help you with, Ted?
Well, Captain, my captain, I just want to let you know that I know you gave us a day off, but I made some rounds around the ship and did a little bit more training because I'm so excited to be here. But hey, while I was on those rounds, I swung by the hold and checked on Trevor. Trevor's awake and was hoping to explain things to you. I don't know if you'd be open to that.
Well, first and foremost, as a long veteran captain, I'd like to commend you upon your motivation to learn the job. That's hard to find amongst newcomers. They usually just keep to the status quo and call it a day. So,
I'd like to put my
Commend-
best foot forward,
I commend you, and I will definitely be acknowledging you in my report to that regard.
Oh, thank you.
In regards to Trevor, is he a danger to himself or anybody else aboard the vessel?
I mean, no more than any of us, really. I mean, he had a bit of an outburst, yes, and I agree. It was a little scary, especially for people who don't know him. But I've known Trevor for a while, and Trevor's a pretty good dude. But I don't know what's going on. I think it had something to do with the ship, probably water, because Trevor never really did like water. And I can't explain what Trevor did. I've never really seen Trevor do a whole lot of that before. But Trevor says that Trevor can explain it, and Trevor would like the opportunity to explain it to you.
Understood.
And they asked me to relay that message to you, so I'm here.
Well, I appreciate his willingness to clear the air. As I told your compatriot, I will speak to him in that regards tomorrow after your dive. As it is approaching evening, there's some last-minute things need taken care of in preparation for the morning dive, and of course we all need some good rest. So tell him as long as he doesn't plan to endanger anybody, he's no worries right now, and we will speak after the dive.
Aye, Captain. One more side note. Do you want Trevor to stay in the hold now that he's regained his composure?
Yes, I would very much appreciate that.
Okay.
As
I'll let him know.
unwilling as my request is, because he's not leaving that hold except by force.
I understand, Captain.
He'll still
Aye,
be allowed to dive tomorrow, and then after the conversation, I'll make another evaluation to determine his position from then moving forward.
Aye, Captain. Aye. I kind of give him a little head salute there, just
He
a half-assed one because I'm not a true seaman. But
He
then I'll
returns
head
it.
back down. I head back down too. Oh,
He's coming in right at the tail end of the conversation that you guys just had.
yes. So, I went up. I relayed the information that you asked me to. Captain says no go on the talkies. Still wants to wait till tomorrow after the dive. So, Trevor,
Then fine,
I
I'm going to sleep then.
I hope you're going to be okay with diving, because it would appear you are going on the dive.
I'll work it out.
But he's at ease. He's not worried about you trying to kill anybody anymore. But he still doesn't want to let you leave. You guys stay in the hole till the dive tomorrow.
Oh, I don't care. It's fine. It's cozy in here.
Okay. Well, I tried. I passed the information on.
Thank you.
Yeah, hey, not a problem. And I lean over to give Trevor a hug. And as I'm hugging Trevor, I whisper in Trevor's ear, I think the captain is talking to somebody through a stone. And then, I lean back, pat Trevor's shoulders. So, I hope you feel better, but I gotta go get some rest because, dive tomorrow.
Yeah. Sleep well, Ted. See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow. And then I leave I don't know what time of day it is. If it's still midday, maybe wander around the ship some more. If it's getting late, head towards the hold or lower decks to sleep.
Yeah, it's closer to evening time. Best you can tell with it just being perpetual night right now.
Yeah. Or food time if, we need to
Yeah,
eat somewhere.
It wouldn't be a bad time to do like a food and go to sleep if you wanted to. But if you had other things you wanted to do and you wanted to stay up for a little bit, it wouldn't affect you getting a long rest quite yet.
No, sir. I have nothing else on my list. Not unless someone comes and asks me something.
I'm down for dinner and bed since we gotta swim tomorrow.
Anybody else got
Brad-
anything they want to
Brad
do?
said same for Odess.
Same here. A little bit of food and got a long day tomorrow. Get some sleep.
Okay.
Yell at the green guy in front of me and be like, "Hey, give me and my friend some food."
Green skin or green outfit?
Whatever it is, I don't know.
You talking to Gar, the half orc?
Yeah.
All right, we'll get you some. He looks over at Johnny, and Johnny takes off towards the galley. He returns, a couple minutes later with healthy rations for everybody. Nothing fancy by any means, but some stew and bread, and he brought empty pitchers with him as well. There's an open cask in there. Just, help yourselves.
Hey, where am I supposed to do my business in the hold there, guy?
There's a bucket around the corner. I know it's not ideal, but...
Nope, a bucket's perfect. Thank you very much.
Silt in her bucket fetish.
It's like...
Perfect tool, okay?
I think we're about at the point where we can officially classify it as a fetish and put that on your character sheet.
Alrighty.
So,
Do it.
I think that'd go under the flaw section, and I'm gonna have to work that in somehow.
Claw my ass. That is like a secret skill.
Come.
You just whip around, grab a bucket by the handle, I has a bucket, and then just like, pow, hit people with it.
Can
right.
acquire a bucket under any condition. It's a new feat.
The fuck?
But alright. The night concludes. Everybody gets a long rest. If you have morning stuff you need to roll or do, please do so now. Gallon, are you feeding Pearl this morning?
I think Pearl has a vial of my blood.
Okay.
Yeah,
So-
I'm gonna drink that.
And that'll take away that one level of exhaustion for the day there.
Yeah, I need to be my top game, so I'm gonna drink that for breakfast. Do.
Okay. Make sure you just go into your inventory and put empty next to it.
Mhm.
Change full of blood to empty.
Okay.
DM. Since I cut my hand yesterday to feed Pearl, I put a healing salve on it. Do I need to put on another one in order to get back to like full ability
So-
strength?
We said we determined last week by marking off one salve that would cover the treatment for the week, so that you weren't at any disability or anything because of it.
All right, cool. I just wanted to double check because I couldn't quite remember. Thank you.
Yeah. But that was 1 week. Still got a whole nother week to worry about after the dive. Just putting it out there.
We'll figure it out.
But all right. The morning comes. Gar and Johnny open the door. You guys are all kind of in the process of waking up. But they open the door, and Johnny steps forward and says, "All right. You guys ready for your first dive? Because it's time."
Yes, sir.
Gal is
All
like shaking with anticipation and excitement.
Well, follow me up top, and we'll get this show on the road. Put you all up top. Move these two. As you come up to the top deck, you'll see that it has been rigged with like a crane of sorts, and the crane rigged to the main mast has the platform that you saw yesterday, Taddy, connected to it. They're in the final stages of getting it set up. On the ground next to the railing are the downweights that were shown to you. There's 7 of them there. As well as some, I guess the best way to describe them would be amulets. But they're larger. They're like the size of a human head, basically. And then those are sitting over by the mast. As you come up to the top deck, the captain And first mate step forward and just, morning. Hope you all got a good night's rest after yesterday's festivities, and you're ready to go on the dive.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Good, good. In true fashion, one of my crew will accompany you. They are there to observe, monitor, report, all that fun stuff. And in the case of emergencies, potentially drag your ass out of the deep. So, Gar will be accompanying you. He will not make the dive with you, however, he will ride down on the downwader. Any last questions before we begin?
When do we take our potions now?
You do it right before you jump in to maximize the amount of time you have.
Okay.
No questions for me.
All right. Well, if there aren't any questions, Gar will see you at the bottom. Remember, it takes about a little less than an hour to get down to the bottom in these parts. You'll have about 2 hours to find and collect as much as you can, and then you just ride the downwader back up, and that'll take about an hour to get you back topside. It's going to be cold. You may feel those effects. You should be perfectly fine for 4 hours, alright? If at any time you freak out or panic, just go find Gar. He knows how to help. And he'll figure it out. Now, when you get down there, you're going to work in pairs to spread out over the city. So decide amongst yourselves how that's going to work. And I highly recommend you stick with your partner for the duration. If anybody has experience with swimming, I recommend that them swimmers partner up with them not so experienced with the swimming.
Oh, yeah.
Whenever you're ready, over the starboard side, if you will. Starboard is right, if anybody forgot.
Yep. Pitter patter, let's get at her.
Who wants to go with who?
Who gets to partner with the?
I'm gonna say I'm gonna
Obvious.
be with Otis.
Is that a swimmer with a swimmer?
I think that's a
I
water
can swim.
breather with a water breather.
Pearl can breathe underwater, but she doesn't have a swim speed.
Gotcha. And then Taddy doesn't have swim speed, and Kit has the cape. If Kit chooses to use the cape, correct?
Obviously gonna use the cape.
I was gonna say it is already Samuel L. Jackson. That just
I'm guessing Kit's gonna go with Silt.
If they want me to go with her, whatever. Yeah, totally.
Well, I just
probably
figure-
ask Trevor who Trevor wants to go with.
I don't really care. I just want to get it over with.
Taddy.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm a Taddy.
All right, cool.
Okay.
Let's do it to it.
Over the edge.
Whee!
And as you
Grandma
step
grew
up,
up-
particularly you, Kit, you notice that Trevor stands on the edge, shaking, like somebody who's afraid of heights, looking over a railing, and you just kind of give Silt a little nudge, and she falls in the water and starts sinking.
Before that, I take my potion of water breathing.
Yeah, You all said that already, so I assumed you did that before you even stepped up to the rail.
Yes.
Yeah, Gal's
Would
gonna
not-
like Gal's gonna like run and like jump and like do a beautiful swan dive.
Love it.
Whatever. Show off.
I'm looking at her saying, show off. She does it beautifully. Good job, girl. Good job.
Thank you. I'm just so excited.
Alrighty. Well, you all begin your descent. You can feel the weight of the rocks pulling you down, giving you a direction, because there's no reference markers to indicate which way you're traveling underwater. So the rocks help you know which way is down, and then you swim to speed up the process on top of that. You swim and swim. You see little fish pass by periodically. Nothing larger than, a hand-sized fish. At one point, after a while, you think you see off in the distance a large shadow move. But it's really dark at this point, and you're not sure if you actually saw something move or if your eyes are playing tricks on you because of how dark it is down here. A short time later, the downwaiter passes you with Gar on it doing the... I don't know if you guys have seen the ad or the trailer for Destiny 2 where the robot's like riding the falling piece of mech like a cowboy, a standing cowboy, and he just like does a rodeo wave. But that's kind of what Gar does as he passes you. He does like a twirl his hat rodeo wave.
Okay.
And about 3 minutes later, you all arrive in the depths. As you approach the bottom, you can see you have landed on a bridge of what was once a river or a stream in the center of a very old, yet somehow remarkably preserved for having been supposedly submerged for thousands of years city. The flora and fauna swimming around. Galen reminds you very much of home. It's been a long time since you were in the depths. As you look around, you can see Gar standing there near the platform, readying ropes to secure items for the travel up. And while he's doing that, a few moments later, the second downrigger lands just a little ways away. About a ship's width away. He turns to the lot of you and goes, "All right. In your pairs, spread out. Find what you can. Remember, we focus on lumber and building materials. If you find any written records, they definitely want those. And anything that might be of value or arcane enticement."
You gonna share the map?
Oh, I should probably do that, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
Nice.
That's on me, my bad.
Alright, so we're on a bridge, underwater, okay. What was the blocks for?
Those are
Waiter?
those are the platforms that are used to haul whatever you collect. So there's two of them. So you'll load one of them, and when that one gets full, it'll go up, and you'll start loading the second one. And you
Okay.
were told a normal crew can get between 3 and 5 loads on each platform in the 2 hours that they're down here.
Alright.
Friendly reminder, Galen, because it hasn't come into play yet. your favored terrain is in effect
Mhm.
because you
Mhm.
have been down here for at least an hour. So, difficult terrain will not slow your group's travel. That means anybody who doesn't have a swim speed, which I think is just Pearl at this point, that
Me.
won't matter. Okay, well, it won't matter for you either. You will be able to swim as far as you can walk. You guys will not be able to become lost except by magical means. You will remain alert to danger while performing your salvager duties. If you look for food, you'll find twice as much as you normally would. That's for you, Gallon.
Mhm.
And then some tracking stuff as well.
Is
for
Galen,
you.
are you telling us any of these things, or are you just letting us figure it out?
No, I'll tell. Yeah, no. As it's being relayed to me by the DM, I'll tell you guys.
Well, that's not an ability. It's just something that kind of happens. So
Happens.
So
yeah, no, that's not something she has to explain. You would have already noticed that you're much more better at swimming than you thought you would be.
well, yeah, but I just need to know if she's gonna tell me that it's because of her, or I can figure out somebody else to.
Yeah, it's an innate
Like,
thing. It's not like something that rangers actively know happens. It just
Okay.
happens.
Okay.
So
Yeah, it's pretty dope.
Okay. I mean, we're here. It's here. It's time to. So I'm just, you know, we're splitting groups. Are we taking turns going, or what are we doing?
I'm
I
just
think
gonna
we're just going.
separate the groups just a little bit so we know who's in what group.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna.
I'm gonna look at Taddy and just say, "Taddy, lead the way. I'm just happy to be here."
Yeah. Well, I mean, looking around. Can I see outside the box of light?
So it is dark down here, so you can see whatever you can see on your map based on your
Okay.
vision range. So if it is
Okay.
super dark for you, that means you don't have dark vision. If you have
No, I mean,
a ring
I
of
can
light,
make
that means you
I
do.
can make things out, but according to my screen, all I see is a square around this. But I can make out a house in front of us. I was gonna say.
I was
shit,
about to
let's
say,
go to the
I
house.
have a dark vision of 90 feet.
Well, then maybe you should lead the way, cause I ain't seeing a
Well,
whole lot of much.
I'm just wondering if I'm supposed to see more on my map because I think I see it as I see this white box around where
Yeah.
our stuff is on the bridge, and then it's kind of dark, but still has I can see like mushrooms and houses.
So
Yeah, same here.
that white ring, that is your dark vision range. That is how far out you can see, and anything past that, your dark vision doesn't reach that far. So you could still make
Yeah,
it
but-
out because it's not complete darkness.
I think what she's trying to say is she's seeing the same thing that I'm seeing.
Yeah.
We have a box of light.
Take a picture of your
Oh.
screen, Mike.
I am.
That's what I'm seeing as well.
I mean, I might not have set it up right.
It's in the group chat.
Yep.
Yeah, I was
Yep.
seeing that until we moved, and then the box went away.
Yeah, no, I'm seeing what he's seeing.
Try moving your characters because it shouldn't be like that. It should be a circle.
Yeah, once we moved away from the
No.
box went away.
Now
I got
everything's
nothing.
just dark.
Yep.
If everything is dark for you, that's because you don't have dark vision, Katie.
But I do have dark vision.
Same here.
Gallon, has anything changed for you?
Nope.
I think your dark vision came from one of your invocations, right, Katie?
No. I have. No. It's remember if it's a tabaxi thing.
It is. So you should have a white ring on your screen, Katie.
I do not.
I
Does,
put mine. I put mine. What mine looks like in the chat.
I was gonna say, should they have a dark vision effect on them? Maybe would that help?
I don't have an effect to drop. All I could do is drop a light source. Which I guess I can do. Right, who doesn't have dark vision?
Me.
I do not.
Sounds like Kit and Patty.
There we go. It's gonna light up for you guys. I just dropped the spell light on whoever's. Yeah, I'll just give it to all of you. Screw it. We'll play more with that later.
You did that, and the only thing that lit up was that square.
Yeah.
Hello, square.
We didn't get the light around us.
Oh, what the hell is going on?
It's maybe the lighting settings for the map. That's the only spotlight can hit.
Oh, now that is black.
I know.
No. I know. I was just surprised.
We're really in the deep, y'all.
I was gonna say rolling in the deep.
We're really in the deep.
The world has disappeared. Holy shit! Dark void.
I think I just screwed the pooch. Hold on. Sure did. Hold on.
Put the map up and turn on
I
the light.
accidentally erased the map, so give me a second.
It's all good.
New map, everyone. New map.
Yeah, I have to
Happening. I'm gonna look at Otis and say, "How's it going, mate?"
If you guys just want a theater of the mind,
I was gonna say, if you can pop the map back up, I'll play it just to 60 feet. I won't.
Yeah,
let it
I'll
in or
just.
anything.
I can see enough.
There we go. Now see
Oh.
cute little houses that it's so beautiful. Okay,
That's nice.
that's pretty.
I put it back in a weird spot, so I gotta move y'all again.
All good.
Okay, so we just won't do lighting this time around, but it is dim light. If you have dark vision, we'll try to remember to theater of the mind that.
Sure. So, okay. Well, Miss Callan, you're the one who can see better than I can down here. So
I guess we
I
just start.
I thought I spotted a building of some sort right in front of us.
Yeah, I think we just start there first, move out, and then make our way back. Or should we start out further out and then come back in?
Let's figure out what we're dealing with in the first building, and we'll move out from there.
Sounds good.
Okay. We're gonna keep this pretty simple. As you're going through, just periodically, I'll have you either roll a perception or investigation check, and we'll just do everybody at the same time. So let's go ahead and get that first round as you guys move. And everybody move to the first building that you want to be checking.
DM, I would also like to be looking for things for the apothecary.
Okay.
Seaweed,
double.
clam shells, and coral, all of specific types.
With that, for this round, if you would like to do that instead, make a nature check instead of a perception investigation.
Okay. I'm just thinking of what I want to do. I just wanted to say, like, at some point, I would like to try and knock out 2 birds with 1 stone.
Nope, that's a smart idea.
All right, and you said... And it's an investigation or perception for looking for scrap and
nope.
stuff.
So, perception investigation is if you're checking for stuff for the Salvagers Guild. Nature is if you're looking for the apothecary stuff.
Gotcha. Okay.
And I gotta find my notes
Oh,
on
that did not even roll.
that.
I'm gonna. Just a heads up, I'm gonna pop a detect magic.
Okay.
while we're down here.
How long does that last for?
I believe it's 10 minutes, so let me look at it, make sure that that's correct. Yes, it's 10 minutes. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pop that. And then immediately start looking around to see if anything's glowing or if it's set off anything.
Nothing in the building. The only thing glowing. What's the range on it?
30 feet.
30 feet. So the only thing glowing right now is you and Pearl.
Okay. Then I will start searching systematically floor by floor, starting at the top and working the way down.
Okay. Go ahead with your rolls.
Which one?
Perception or investigation for you and Pearl. And I need one from Kit still as well.
Sorry, wrong one.
Well, shit. Pearl, it looks like we're going to be sucking at this.
Don't
You
say
were
that.
you were
that.
better off with perception, Pearl. You get a +3
Yeah.
of that at least. But okay, so
Yeah.
you guys enter into the first buildings. You do find some scrap metal and what seems like solid lumber that you all haul back to the lifts. And then you can choose to either go back to the same building to continue looking for more, or you can choose a new building.
Pearl, I say we go check the towers.
Yeah, let's go to the towers.
Galen, pick us a good one. We apparently ain't dealing with much here, so find us something that looks fancy.
DM, on the way back to our towers, can I do a nature for the apothecary stuff?
Yeah, go for it.
It looks like there's a ship off in the distance across the river. We'll hit up some houses on the way over there.
All right, sounds good. Can I do the same thing that Otis is doing? Kind of look for the apothecary as we're walking to the ships.
Yeah, go for it.
Thank you.
And I guess I will do the
Back-
same.
Becca, I can't find my notes. What did I say it was? Coral.
I got
Oh,
you.
I got it. Hold on.
It's looking at the apothecary. She wants seaweed, clamshells, and coral, all of specific types. So I'm not exactly sure what specific types you had in mind, but I made a note of it.
Yep. Nope. I didn't give you specific types because I'm not a marine botanist.
No, that's fine.
So, I think that's
Actually-
the appropriate term.
You did say it was reef coral, clamshells, and seaweed.
Okay.
Yeah, but there was no
Like a specific variety.
right. There was no specific variety. We talked about this because I was the one who asked her for
Yeah.
the list, and he said, "I'll just if you find it, you find it."
Yeah.
Got it.
His
Copy.
response to that.
No, we'll
Yeah.
keep it broad to that aspect, and then
Yeah.
I'll let you know if you find it or not.
Rolled for
Okay.
that, and then I'm going to that next building. Taddy, if you want to follow.
Yep.
Gonna get to that ship across the way.
All right.
I'm
Once
on her
you
heels.
all get to wherever you're going, just waiting on Silt and Kit to move.
I was about to say, have they moved?
I had a real quick. I had a 21 for the
Mm-hmm.
nature.
Yep, I'm marking down what you guys find
Got it.
as you go, and
Got
we'll
it.
just go over everything at the end, unless you
Okay.
find
Look,
something super special along the way.
Look, what Silt and Kit are up to, probably don't want to know. Just saying.
Hey, not now.
I think Silt's a little tortured right now. I mean, unless she's into that, we don't kink shame. We just kink ask why.
Kit may be a bard, but she asks for consent before doing anything.
I thought it was
Hey.
kink to ask if I can join. Come on now.
Just saying,
I mean-
trauma's a very bonding experience.
It was only a party of 2 that we were allowed to go on.
But all right. Second location, everybody go ahead, either perception or investigation.
How long has it been since I popped that to the?
It's still going for the moment, but it's about to run out.
Okay,
and
and I
there's-
didn't notice anything going to and from.
Nope.
Okay.
Yeah, burn all those dirty 20s right now. Sorry. Okay. You guys, let's see. Silt,
Oh,
Odess.
I do have a question. Since we
Yeah.
know we're looking for stuff, can Odess and I use guidance on these?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I just haven't been because that will mess with my other thing
with
that I've
your-
got going
okay.
on.
No, it
Alright,
won't.
then.
Guidance isn't
Yeah.
concentration, is it?
Yes, it is.
Oh, well, never mind. No, you can't then.
Come
Well,
on.
you can.
I can play the game, right? All right, come on.
All right. So Gallon, Taddy, Odess, and Pearl, you all find a bunch more construction material that you haul back. Silt and Kit, you ended up in what you assume used to be a church, and I need one of you to roll a strength check to try and bust through a locked door.
I got you. I got you.
Better not be me. Wait. And I'm gonna give her guidance.
Okay, so roll a d4, Kit.
Well,
Perfect. That puts you right over the 14 you needed. So you bust through the door, and on the other side of it is what was seemingly an office at one point. There is a desk in the center of the room, and a bookshelf behind it with roughly 30 books on it.
Eyes light up.
can I look in the bookcase?
Yeah,
With the book.
you kind of glance upon the words on the spines of the books. Most of them are ledgers or records of the city that this used to be. It seemed like this office also doubled as the port records office. So it's mostly like the comings and goings of ships and what they were carrying and where they were going, who was on the crew, who the captain was, that kind of stuff. There are a couple books detailing the genealogy of the city, who lived here, what race and age they were, if they moved, if they had kids, that kind of stuff. It's basically just all record books.
Well, we better take all of these back.
Yeah. Yeah. I was gonna say the same thing.
All right, so all three teams make your way back, dump your load. That fills up the first platform, which then rises up. And we are 20 minutes in.
Perfect.
So if you want to move yourselves to the third position.
Let's see.
Pearl, what do you say we check this ship to the north?
Yeah, I like that. I'm eyeing it.
All right, let's do that. And then I again will roll nature, if
Okay.
that's cool.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
I already did for this particular round.
Okay.
Oh hell.
Your detect magic has worn off by this point, Brad.
Yeah, I figured it probably did.
I'm gonna use one of my bardic inspirations to re-roll that.
Okay.
'Cause
Wait,
what the
Are
shit?
you rolling for the nature stuff, Kit, or are you rolling for your searching?
For my searching.
Okay.
Okay.
I would say nature checks are if you're looking for the apothecary stuff in
Okay.
between buildings.
So Kit and Silt Go ahead with your perception investigations. Just you two.
Oh, that's ugly.
Okay.
Investigation.
Taddy, Gallon, Pearl, and Odess. The same thing happens simultaneously to both teams. As you approach the ship, and peer into it prior to entering, because that's just good practice, each of you see 2 skeletons within the ships. They're not really doing anything. They're like zombies in the inanimate, like no input form, kind of. They're just kind of like standing there, not doing anything, but they are there.
I will look at Pearl and do the. I don't know if you guys can see it on camera, but the motion and point to the
Yeah.
skeletons.
I don't know if Taddy can actually see them because of the dark vision, but I'm gonna kind of look over him and whisper and be like, "There's skeletons in there."
He is close enough. He'd be able to see them. He'd be
Okay.
able to make them out at least in the darkness.
Do you
humanoid
want to go
figure.
in here, or do you want to like go find somewhere else and not fuck around and find out?
I mean, we all got skeletons in the closet. What's the matter if they're in a boat? Whatever. Come on.
All right, sounds good.
DM, while we're on the outside of the boat, I'll pop another detect.
Okay.
That does. It is 30 feet, and it allows me to go through wood. Let me tell you how thick. Spell can penetrate most barriers, but is blocked by 1 foot of stone, 1 inch of common metal, a thin sheet of lead, or 3 feet of wood or dirt.
Okay. You do get a faint glow coming from one of the lower decks. The type of magic, we'll call it this one, is abjuration.
Okay.
But you would have to go through the skeletons to get to it.
I'm going to pull Pearl closer and tell her that I see something in there that could be magic.
Hey, don't be looking at her in the eyes and trying to romance her right now.
Oh, haha. But it's, and I'm going to tell her it's down below. We have to go past the skeletons, so.
Okay.
It's gonna-
Let me try something, if you don't mind.
Okay.
I'm gonna use command to skeleton 3.
Okay. Let me double check something real quick. Okay.
And I'm gonna say leave.
Okay, drop the save on it. Give me 1 second. Okay. So you cast your spell. Make sure you mark off your spell slot.
Mm-hmm.
The skeleton kind of twitches and you can hear the bones rattle, and then it looks up at you and draws its short sword and takes a half step towards you. I need you and Odess to roll initiative at this point.
Yep,
And then
let's do this.
Gallon and Taddy, you were going in, right?
Yep.
Yeah, but
Okay.
question above table DM: do skeletons rely on dark vision?
They have dark vision. Pam, puppy, please.
Okay. I only asked because I have umbral sight, so it says I'm also adept at evading creatures that rely on dark vision.
Oh,
while in
that's my
darkness,
girl.
I am invisible to any creature that relies on dark vision to see you in that darkness.
Okay, so they won't be able to see you then.
I'm not gonna lie, you just made me so happy.
Yeah, no, so I will
I mean, you can wait outside, or keep your distance. I'll go in, see if these things
they won't be
move.
able to see me. I'm saying I'll go in for sure. Yeah, so I'm gonna
Oh,
like sneakily like go in there and see what I can find.
Oh, okay. That works even better. I'll wait right here.
All right,
Oh,
Taddy
yeah,
and
you can
Gallon.
come if you want. You might want to see if there's anything that you want, any money, anything.
Taddy
Come in
and
if you want to.
Oh,
Taddy and
you
Gallon,
know how to get to my heart.
go ahead and roll initiatives.
Okay. Roll initiatives.
That didn't roll. There it went. Okay. So we're gonna put 7 and 6. There we go. All right. Pam is not back yet, so we're gonna do the first round of combat with the other group. Gallon, you'll go first.
Okay, I am going to hold on. I have so many tabs open. Give me 1 second. So I've got Dread Ambusher. So
Okay.
that's gonna be applied. What do you mean? Yeah, he had me roll initiative. Are we just doing turn-based movement?
If you guys are going in, I mean, you're not technically in combat. You two particularly, because the skeletons haven't seen you yet.
Okay.
So
I don't
you
want to just like start shooting if I don't have to.
No, I mean, you don't have to. You guys haven't been seen yet. Pearl is the only one who's been seen at this point.
Okay, so never mind. I'll wait for combat. I'm gonna go in sneakily and look around and see what we can scavenge without waking the skeletons.
Okay, make a perception check.
Perception.
All right. In the lower hold, there is a okay-sized pile of construction lumber, what you would assume to have been repair lumber for the ship. And you can kind of see into the crew quarters that looks like there are personal belongings still in there.
Like books? Paperwork?
All you can see at this point is like satchels, bags, footlockers, that kind of stuff. So you can't see what's in them. You can just see like containers that would have held personal property of the crew are in the crew area.
Yeah, I'm gonna search those.
Okay, that'll be a whole nother round.
Yeah, just so you know.
Okay, so we'll move on to Taddy then.
Okay.
Without a light source, your attacks against them will be at disadvantage unless you are right next to them. So anything ranged you do will be at disadvantage.
I'm gonna wait.
Okay.
I'm just gonna sit here and wait because she's pretty sure that they can't see her, and I haven't noticed any movement, so I think her plan is working. I'm just gonna let her plan play out. Maybe hide myself a little bit. I don't know.
Okay.
If there's any way to, hold up against a wall or something so they can't see me.
And as you moved into the hole, familiar with waters and currents, you make sure not to provide a current that, talking to Gallon, moving into the hole, you made sure not to cause any currents or wakes that might disturb the skeletons. So those two skeletons don't do anything. Kit and Silt, in this building, you find more construction material. So since we're in turn-based, you guys can spend this round collecting it, and then the next round bringing it back to the lift, if you choose to.
Sounds good to me.
Okay. Well, with that, we will jump back up. Pearl, you rolled top of your group. So you had just cast the command spell. The skeleton twitched, looked at you, and drew its sword. It's your turn.
I'm gonna throw my trident at it.
Okay, I'm going to move you guys just a little bit to kind of better position for how you would have been. Okay, go for it. That's going to hit. Six
Atta
damage.
girl.
You hurl your spear. It collides dead center on the chest of the skeleton. It is now sticking out of the skeleton's chest, lodged between the rib bones.
I'll go get it.
Make a strength check at disadvantage to use your bonus action to try and pull it out.
Huh.
Yeah, that'll do it. You're able to
Awesome.
get up right next to it and recover your trident.
Give it back, bitch.
All right. Is that it for your turn?
Yes.
All right. Well, the skeleton is going to swing at you and miss. The next skeleton is going to pull out his longbow and take a shot at you. And that is going to miss. Odess, you're up.
I am. I don't know why I have that on there. Okay. Both skeletons are moving towards us, right?
I mean, they've only noticed Pearl at this point.
Okay. I will. Let me see here. I think. Can I see? I can see skeleton 3 from where I'm at, right?
Yeah, you can see both of them.
Okay. I am. I thought I had Toll the Dead, but apparently I have Sacred Flame, so I'm gonna hit him with Sacred Flame.
Okay.
So you roll the save on him.
He succeeds.
That's nothing then. That's all I. Well, I'll move into the ship.
It's like right there, or you want to be over next to Pearl?
Well, like I'll move in with Pearl, but I'm gonna move just a distance away from her, so I'm not like standing right next to her, if that makes sense.
Okay. It's just a few feet between the two of you.
Yeah, like think room clearing, if that makes sense.
Got it. As I shift you over a half a square. Is that it for you then?
That'd be it for me.
All right. Gallon, you're up.
Yeah, I'm gonna search through those bags.
Okay. That'll put you in the back of the ship.
I already collected the wood, yes?
Oh, that's something that would take work. That's not something you could do without disturbing the skeletons.
Okay.
I mean, we're talking like big lumber planks.
Okay.
So, go ahead and make a investigation check for me. You don't find much.
Darn it.
There's some old tattered clothes. The bottom of one of the bags, you find 3 copper pieces. You can go ahead and add that to your inventory. That's
Woohoo.
That's really it.
Okay. Guess I'm gonna debating on if we get it now or if we get it, or we just don't get the wood from here. Sorry, you said that was 3 copper pieces?
Yep.
Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna kind of, after looking through the whole ship, I'm just gonna head back out to Tad and be like, yeah, those skeletons in there, they seem pretty chill because they didn't see me, but there was wood if you want to go gather it. We'll just probably have to deal with the skeletons first. Tad?
Oh, okay. Yeah, let's,
Or we can go somewhere else. I'm chill.
no, let's get in there and get it. I mean,
Okay.
worst case scenario, the things move and we gotta kill it. But, you know, I mean, whatever. Savvy,
Yeah.
savvy. Whatever.
Cool. So after I've moved, do we now start combat or do we wait for the next round, DM?
So you guys are in initiative right now. So you get your movement, your action, and your bonus action per turn. But you don't have to attack if you don't want to. So in this case, you didn't attack, but you did use your action to search and your movement. So all you have left at this point is your bonus action.
Okay, then I'll just stop my turn, and if Taddy wants to start attacking, we can start with that.
Okay. Well, Taddy, you are up.
Okay. So I want to head in, but I want to stealth in.
Okay. Make a stealth check.
13.
Right. You'd want to like just make it inside the door.
Yeah,
Or
yeah,
Okay, so
I
that'll put you
mean-
about there.
yeah. Head
Okay.
in, try and head in without these guys noticing me, see what I can grab.
Yeah, so you've moved about 15 feet. They are in a position of stasis and don't seem to notice you
Okay.
as you're kind of tucked in a shadow.
And, I mean, I guess I used my action to scope what she saw. Or, I mean, she told me that there's stuff here. I'd see about grabbing some of it. One of the two, whichever you prefer.
You can either use your action to start grabbing lumber, but you do notice it's big lumber, and the odds of getting it without disturbing the skeletons is slim, or you can make a perception check to kind of do your own evaluation.
Perception
your-
or investigation?
This would be perception, because you're looking without getting close and moving around. If you want to move around, that's fine. I'll just need another stealth check for doing so
Not perception.
inside the ship.
13.
Okay. Yeah, you notice some crates that seem empty. The lids are off them. The pile of the construction lumber, the 2 skeletons, and then when you look back by where the crew quarters would be, you see the same thing Galen saw. Containers of such.
Can I use the last of my movement to... Well, you said what she saw. Didn't you say something about personal effects over there?
The containers that would hold the crew's personal effects. So you have to get in there and actually investigate them
Then
to see
I'm
if you
gonna
find
try and make
anything.
my way over there.
Okay, make another stealth check for me.
Uh-huh. Another 13.
As you get here, the skeleton feels the current and comes to life, drawing his short sword.
Okay, well, a bonus action, right? Because bonus action would be from the stealthing. Isn't that how that works?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I use my action to look around, so
Well,
I guess I'm done.
No, I would say you haven't used your bonus action because you're just moving stealthily. You're not actively hiding. It's a bonus action
Okay.
to hide, but you're not hiding. You're just trying to move cautiously, basically.
Okay.
That is all of your movement, though. You're right at the door to the crew cabin.
Okay. Well then in that case I will. Oh, I really don't have anything. Other than to keep hiding.
I mean, you could
That's it.
bonus action to try and like duck behind something to hide if you wanted.
Okay. Yeah, that for sure.
Go ahead and make another stealth check then.
15.
You duck behind some excuse me, some crates in the hopes that you remain hidden from the skeleton.
I can work with that.
Peeking out from between two crates, you see the skeleton kind of look around. You can hear its bones rattling on themselves, and he begins to like slowly move this way, like he's looking for something.
Works for me.
The other skeleton doesn't do anything. Silt and Kit, the two of you start making your way back. You get about halfway this round. The other members are inside of the ship, so you cannot see what's going on with them on your way.
Okay.
Is there anything else you guys wanted to do on your turn, though?
No, I'm just kind of mumbling to myself under my to not myself under my breath.
Okay. All right, well, that'll bring us back up to the top with Pearl.
I'm gonna use my trident again.
Okay.
Hold on, puppy situation. Give me a second.
Did we lose? Okay.
Whoopee!
Puppy situation.
Kit. She's back.
Yep, I see her.
Okay.
The wrong button.
It's all good. That'll hit.
See?
10 damage.
Okay. I'm not gonna get it back again. Try to, at least.
Oh, you just swung with it. So you don't have to try and get it back.
Oh, okay. Beautiful. Can I punch him as a bonus action?
No, not as a bonus action.
Okay, that's it.
Alright. Well, he is gonna take a swing at you. And miss. The other skeleton is gonna come square up with Odess, drawing his short bow or his short sword as he goes. And miss as well, and Odess, that's you.
Alright. I'm going to take a swing with my trident.
That is gonna miss.
Oh, come on. Ah. That's all I got.
Alright. That'll bring us back over to Gallon. You can't see Taddy from where you currently are, Gallon. He's in around the corner and now ducked behind some boxes, but you do see that other skeleton start moving. And you have line of sight on him right now.
By line of sight, is there anything obstructing me from shooting it with my longbow?
Not at all.
Cool. What about the other one, Skeleton 2?
Skeleton 2, you would have to move into the doorway to be able to get a shot on. But Skeleton
And-
4, you can definitely take a shot on.
If I move in to get a clear line of sight on Skeleton 2, does that put me at too close of a range for my longbow?
As long as you're at least 10 feet away, you're good.
I think that should be fine. If I move like here, I think that should put me at 10 feet away from him, at least.
From number 2?
Yeah,
Number 4.
number 2.
So number 2, like right there, you'd have line of sight, and you're still 10 feet away.
All right, let's do that. So I have Dread Ambusher,
Mhm.
and I'm going to use my bonus action to cast Zephyr Strike.
Okay.
I'll make sure that gets knocked off one of my spell slots.
I'm still learning how rogues work, so. Okay, so your movement doesn't provoke opportunity attacks. You'll have an increased 10 feet of movement this turn. And then if you take the attack action, you can make one additional weapon attack as part of that action. If that additional attack hits, it deals an extra 1d8 damage.
Mhm.
And then one weapon attack of your choice.
Yeah, so it's going to be with
you-
my longbow.
You can give yourself advantage on one weapon attack that you choose out of the 2 that you get. And if you hit with that one, it'll deal an additional 1d8. So if you use both of them on your first attack, you have the potential to do, I think, 3d8 damage.
Yeah, so we're going to do it.
Okay, and you get advantage on the roll, so just make sure you click that first.
On the
Bottom
longbow?
left corner. On the
Yeah.
bottom left corner, just click the ADV. And that will
Oh,
hit.
crap.
All right, so go ahead and roll the damage for the longbow. And then just roll 2d8, and I'll add that extra.
2d8. Is there a way to roll a 2d8 all at once, or do I just do it twice?
Yeah, after you left click and you've grabbed the die, just right click once to add a die.
Right click. Oh. Oh, I don't think I can do that. Don't worry about it. I'll just do two.
Yep, that's perfectly fine. And do it one more time. So it's an extra 5 damage.
Yeah, it
Okay.
helps if I unmute myself.
Yeah.
If you left click and hold the dice while it's floating around on your mouse,
Mhm.
you
That's
keep
when you
holding
right-click.
the left one.
No. I get it. I think it's my mouse.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so don't worry about it. It's all good. I'll
All right.
figure it out in the
It's not
future.
like a special mouse for her surface.
Oh, okay.
And then you get one additional attack.
Oh, yeah. Can I go again?
Yeah, well, your Dread Ambusher, you get a second attack on the first round of combat.
Cool. So I'm going to just go at him again.
Wait, is she attacking the one that didn't move?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so go ahead and roll damage
yep.
for that. And I messed up. One of those extra d8s you rolled was supposed to be for this attack, not
Oh, okay,
the
that's fine.
previous one. But
Oh,
you
good.
hit, so it doesn't matter. All right, so that's an extra 4 damage there.
Above table, I know Taddy can take care of himself, so I figured I'd go for the one that I knew was on the right.
Yeah, but he ain't moving.
Yeah, but like, if one's moving, the other one's gonna move.
All right.
Oh, we'll find out.
So that's your action, bonus action. You still have movement if you want to go anywhere.
Nah, I'm feeling pretty good.
All right.
I'm just happy I got to use those. I'm so excited.
Taddy, hiding underneath the crates, you see the skeleton start to patrol its way towards the bow of the ship. And then you just see 2 arrows fly in from outside, pegging the skeleton on the far side of the ship.
Yeah. The one that's
Both of
sleeping.
them both of them come to life, short swords out.
Of course it does. Can I reach the boxes?
You're right next to the boxes you're hiding behind.
Well, these are the boxes that got the personal belongings in them.
Oh, that's a whole room. Think of the layout of this ship just like the layout of the Treader.
Can I get to the room with the personal effects?
Yeah, you're just outside the door. You could go into that
Ah.
room and spend your turn looking through stuff.
Yeah, I'm gonna creep my way in then.
Okay. Make a stealth check as you go to see if the skeletons notice you.
14.
Okay. As you go to slip inside the room, you hear a creak behind you as Skeleton 4 turns back in your direction.
Get in, shut the door.
There is no door, it's just a doorway.
Oh. Okay. Get in, hide behind the door frame.
Okay. As a bonus action?
Yeah.
Okay, make another stealth check.
$25.
Okay. You saw that skeleton turn in your direction. Being on the other side of the wall, you have no clue what it's doing or what it's going to do.
Yeah. That's what? Movement and bonus action, so
And that was
ready
only
in
like
action.
that was only 5 feet of your movement if you want to move anywhere else. So
No. If I know he's turned in my direction, I'm gonna ready a punch. I guess.
a
Because I want to
punch
use my
or a...
phantom.
Oh,
I want
okay.
to use my phantom blade. So
Gotcha. All right, so that's it for you then.
or psychic blade. Sorry.
Gotcha. All right. Well, Skeleton 4 looked in your direction and then thought better of it, not being sure, and is going to jump up to float in the water here and take an attack on Gallon. Hitting.
At disadvantage.
Oh, yes, at disadvantage. Thank you.
Can't.
Because you are invisible to her. Or him. Okay, so he's going to miss. The next skeleton is going to do the same thing. So they're just like, they know something's there. They know something came from that direction. And they're just swinging. And that's a natty 1. So you can make an attack against it.
Awesome.
If you use your bow, you have to use your bow because that's what you have out. So it'll be at disadvantage.
Okay, so I'll just click disadvantage even when I go to roll the dice to see if I hit, right?
Yep. Well, only when you see if you hit.
Okay.
And you still hit, so roll the damage normally.
Damage normally.
And that is enough to do it. The skeleton falls apart to the deck in a pile of bones.
Yeah.
Silton Kit. You two make it over and dump your materials on the platform. And which building are you going to next?
Back up to the house up there.
Kind of up by where you were?
Yeah.
Like this one? Are you going there next? Okay.
Yep.
So you'll start heading that way then.
Free house it up, fam.
Alrighty. Pearl, you're up.
I'm gonna stab him with my trident again.
Do it.
Stabby, stabby.
That'll hit. And that does it. The skeleton falls apart into a crumbled pile.
Beautiful.
Anything else for your turn?
Nope.
Alrighty. Skeleton's gonna keep swinging at Odess. He is gonna get a hit off. 8 damage. And if there's no reaction to that, then it's your turn, Odess.
No reaction, except for on my turn, I will burn this. Turn undead.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. When you roll the save on this, I need you to roll it on the skeleton and Pearl.
You've been waiting on this for too long.
I have. I've been thinking about it since the day we built Pam's character. Okay, so the skeleton fails. Pearl succeeds. God damn it.
No, wait a minute. There's.
I know.
Succeed.
I'm pulling it up right now.
Yeah.
I'm just dying to know what happens.
All right.
Pearl turns into a shrimp.
No, it ain't like that.
Okay. So I don't think anything happens to Pearl because she succeeded.
That's destroy undead. There's a success thing. If it fails, it gets destroyed. If it succeeds, then it's turned on destroy undead. On turn undead, it's pass fail.
Yeah, so nothing happens to Pearl.
Nope. The skeleton, however, is turned. Odess, you have no clue that this affected Pearl. However, Pearl, you feel divine energy like the first time you felt Poseidon's glow upon you, back when you worshipped him and you were a follower of him. And it just encompasses your body like a storm encompasses a ship in the sea. And you quickly go, hell no, and shake that shit off. And it doesn't affect you.
Cool.
That's it for your
fine.
turn?
Yeah, do you want me to drop the
I already
effect
did it.
Okay. Yeah, because that was my action, so I have nothing else for my turn.
All right, well, Galen, you're up.
I am going to attack Skeleton 4 with my long. No, I'd be at disadvantage. I'm gonna.
But you cast
Oh.
Zephyr Strike, so you can move without opportunity attacks.
That's so true. Okay, so I'm gonna back up a little bit, kind of drama away from Tatty,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna shoot at him with my longbow.
Alrighty. That'll hit.
Yay!
6 damage. Okay.
And I think that's my turn.
Alright. Tatty spent the last few seconds waiting. You hear some clattering and bones falling. If you peek around the corner real quick, you'll see that the skeletons are focused on Galen.
Okay. Then in that case, continue with the game plan.
Okay.
Go through
Making
the
an-
personal effects.
Make an investigation check.
I'm not going to waste this opportunity. 23.
You find some coinage, 15 gold and 10 silver. You also find in the bottom of one of the foot lockers, you almost missed it because the wood looks like it's part of the foot locker, but you find a small little box, and when you crack it open, there's 4 matching earrings in the box.
Is it a small box?
Yeah. Yeah,
And I close the lid and put it in my backpack.
maybe like 4 by 6 inches. It's a very small like jewelry box basically.
Okay. So. Wait a minute. Okay.
I'll
okay.
I'll,
so,
ha- I'll have it in the end of thing loot. So you don't
Oh
have
no
to
no
worry
no!
about
This is
adding
going right in
that,
my
but-
bag.
Okay, well I'll put it in there right away then.
Yeah. No, I don't want anybody to know I got that bad boy.
Okay. Box with 4 earrings is in your inventory.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to. That would be my action, and I really didn't move much, did I?
You burned maybe like 10 feet swimming around the room.
Okay, so can I try and sneak back out, like behind the skeleton or around the skeleton, like near the barrels or something? I want
So
to
you
get
wanna-
close enough to where
you
my
wanna, like-
next action I can attack.
Come up on this side of it,
Yeah,
basically.
but
Yeah.
but hide if there's something to hide behind.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and make a stealth check.
Okay. $19.
Okay. You go out moving slowly and smoothly, more pulling yourself along the ship than swimming, and duck behind a barrel that's sitting there up against the... Or, no, you duck behind the pile of lumber that's sitting there.
Works for me.
All right. Anything else for your turn?
Mm-mm.
Okay. It is the skeleton's turn. So you are within melee range right now, Godric, and the skeleton is going
I'm
to...
not Godric today, but
Sorry, Tatty. The skeleton is going to jump out of the hole of the ship right now.
okay.
He does not know that you are there. So if you would like a opportunity attack, you may take it.
Do I get sneak attack? Since he doesn't know I'm there?
Yeah, and the attack because the attack will be at advantage.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right, let's do this.
That'll hit.
All right. Think I got the right one? There it is. That's the right
Looks
one.
like it. There you go. And that is enough to do it. You see this skeleton like hunch down and go to jump, and
Nice
you just
work.
pop out over the pile of lumber and come down with your psychic blade, and a pile of bones falls to the seabed.
Hey, you know, I mean, I'm useful.
Nice work, Daddy.
Yeah, well, thanks for distracting them.
Ah, no
Makes
problem.
my job easier.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Yes, ma'am.
Kit and Silt, you make your way up towards the treehouse. That is going to bring us around to Pearl.
I'm gonna attack Skeleton 1 with my trident.
Okay.
You're
Oh,
gonna throw it, or you're gonna walk up and poke them?
well, I was throwing it.
You need to switch it to a ranged attack then.
I say you get more damage out of poking, right?
Yeah, she does.
Yeah.
The little sword next to the trident, you click it until it's
Yeah.
a bow and arrow.
Boop.
There you go. Now try again. With the
That's
crit.
Damn.
Okay,
That's
roll
better.
damage.
He
So
looking
that's
rough.
16 damage, and you knock off its right arm, which was holding its sword.
Cool.
Right. Is that it for your turn?
Yeah, I'm not gonna look at it and say, haha, you one-armed bitch. That's it.
All right. The skeleton, which just took damage, is no longer turned. It is going to swing at Odess with its still attached arm. And miss. And Odess, you're up.
I will swing at it with my trident.
Okay. It's gonna miss.
Apparently, I can't hit shit today. That's all I got.
All right. Gallon and Taddy, no longer in combat. What are you guys doing?
Gathering up the wood that we need to take back to the meeting point for the scavengers.
Yeah, I'll be giving her a hand with that.
Okay, so you'll spend this round gathering it. And then Silt and Kit, you guys get to the tree house. Go ahead and make either your perception or investigation checks as you look through.
Oh my yay.
Oh, come on. Roll in the right place.
Okay.
That was a lot worse than the first one that didn't go there.
That's all right. You guys find some decent building materials that you gather up this round to haul back. But that will bring us back around to Pearl.
I'm gonna hit it again.
Well, your trident is currently lodged in the wall behind it.
Ooh, can I punch him?
You absolutely can. Just roll a strength check, and I'll tell you if you hit it or not. You hit it. So go ahead and roll a d4. And then we'll add 3 to that for 5. That does it.
Awesome.
You just step up and punch this thing square in the jaw, and it falls apart and crumbles. All right, so the two of you now out of combat. We'll go back to the narrative that we were in before you found the skeletons. So, looking through the ship, go ahead and make your perception investigation checks.
I know have
Do
to
you want them both or one or the other? I'm sorry.
One or the other, but one from each of you.
Okay.
Before I roll this, I want to make a note of where that item was.
It was in the like the crew area in the lower deck.
Okay.
Okay.
We buddies.
You search through. Odess, you go into the crew area and you find a belt radiating a magical glow off of it, the same one that you had spotted previously. I will put that in your inventory right now to do with as you wish.
Okay.
Pearl, you're able to find a decent amount of construction materials as well as the ledger from the ship's captain.
Nice.
All right. So everybody gathers what you find from the area you're currently in, bring it back. That is going to finish up the load on the second pallet. And about the time you're getting ready to send it up, the first one comes back down. So go ahead and go ahead.
Can I before I gather up all that wood material, can I grab my arrows? Do you want me to roll
Yeah.
for it?
Absolutely. You shot what, 3 times, 4 times?
4.
4. So go ahead and roll a d4, and that's how many you'll collect back.
Oh, hallelujah! 3, 4. Okay, thank you.
But that'll finish up this round of searching. So everybody, go ahead and move your tokens to the next location you want to check.
I think I saw Kit and Silt north of us in like the church area. Did they check the building that was right across the river from us, just to the north?
That
You
was
saw
actually-
you saw them heading that direction. You're not sure what buildings they've checked because you've been in the ship
Awesome.
dealing with skeletons.
Let's just cross like the little bridge and then go from there.
Okay.
So like here. Or
I was gonna go there because we saw
Roll
everybody
it.
go straight.
Rollies, both of you roll it. Okay, she agreed. You both go that way then. All right,
Teamwork is key.
everybody,
High five, Pam.
go ahead and roll your investigation perception checks.
Is my magic
Detect-
still going?
That's still going. You're not getting any pings. You
Uh,
did get a ping when you brought that load from the ship. You got a ping in Taddy's bag. 4 small objects.
I drop in the nature for the walk.
Okay.
I'll do the same for that.
I will as
Yeah.
well.
And investigation for in the windmill.
And that's perception for where I'm at.
Okay. The 4 small objects that pinged off Taddy were laying in a symmetrical fashion. So it wasn't like 4 loose items in the bottom of his bag. It was 4 items on the top of his bag laid in a row equally spaced from each other. So that would read to you as if they're inside of a container of some sort.
Copy that.
All right. Everybody did good. You guys found some more apothecary stuff. I'm keeping track of all that. I'll give you totals at the end. And you all found another load of stuff to bring back as well.
Anything special?
No, nothing that sticks out. Pearl and Odess, you would have found some ledger books, just like import-export stuff. The building you're currently in was like a dock warehouse, is where the ships docked that were bringing supplies in from up or down river.
Okay.
But go ahead and move to the next building you all want to check.
Pearl, you
Taddy,
want to
I'll-
go?
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Pearl, you want to go north to the cemetery?
Yeah, let's do it.
I'm
At
gonna look
this,
at Taddy. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, at this point, your detect magic would wear off.
I'll pop another one.
Okay.
Gal's gonna look at Taddy and be like, so over to our east, it looks just like woodlands. Lots of
Okay.
foliage. Do you want to go back to where we came from and check all the buildings on the other side of the river?
Yeah. Pick us something that looks different than the rest. Because we're in a village, and usually special things are in special buildings. You know.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of already saw. I mean, there just looks like buildings. It doesn't look like that tower over there to the northeast, with that building that.
Tower?
Well, it's like a tower that Odessa and them were exploring earlier. So I'm guessing they probably
Oh.
already found anything that they needed to find. We
Oh.
explored the building to our like 11 o'clock, 10 o'clock. So let's
Okay.
just go over to
Yeah.
this building. That was to the right of the ship.
Oh, okay. Uh-oh. My bad. I didn't mean to put myself right there.
It's all
I
right.
thought I was...
As long as I get the token out of the way before yours ends up on top of it, it's good. So. Okay.
I was aiming for right above her token, so...
All right.
Works out.
Kit, Silt, Taddy, and Gallon, go ahead with your perception investigation checks. Odess and Pearl, I need just perception checks from the two of you. You are not getting any pings off your detect magic in the graveyard.
Okay. Perception. God damn it.
Okay. Taddy, Gallon, Silt, and Kit. You don't find really anything. Maybe like a handful of lumber that might be okay to use. Not enough to haul back as a full load, though. So the two of you can set the next buildings you want to go to. Odess, you are infatuated with the architecture of how they buried their dead here and don't really pay notice to any details. Pearl, you look a little bit closer at the tombs, or the crypts, whatever you want to call them, the burial locations, and you start reading headstones, and you go through, and there's, you know, John Montgomery, beloved father, and Captain Redbeard, best trader this town ever saw. And there's a big crypt in the center of the cemetery that just says Beast on it.
Okay.
The other four of you can all do your roles for these buildings and being on the way. The four of you all scrape up some more lumber. Still not quite enough for a full load. So you haul it with you as you move to your next location. Pearl and Odess, do you guys want to do anything else in the graveyard?
Can I check this little area?
Yeah, that's actually the crypt that says Beast on it.
Oh, okay.
The Beast is written in... Give me just a second, I'll tell you what language.
Nice. Galen.
Yeah.
I'm just like swooping up all the clams and seaweed.
We never filled out your languages, Pearl.
Nope, we
it's,
did not.
It's not in common, but it is in another language that you speak.
Might as well give him his investigation
Okay.
perception for the building too.
Oh,
Yep.
That's true.
No? I'm gonna look at Pearl and be like, I don't see anything. You want to move on?
As you look at that particular crypt, you notice that it is much more ornate than the rest of them in the graveyard. Make an insight check, actually, Pam.
Okay.
That was almost a nat one.
Yeah.
So you've seen places of worship before. You've seen worship altars. You kind of recognize them as, you know, a place where people go and offer goods or their hard-earned coin in worship to something or for appeasement to something. And this place very much reeks of that. In front of you stands a large stone archway with a solid wooden door, very much like what the entrance to a temple would be.
Okay.
All right. As you're looking over that, the rest of you find enough scrap for a load back to the platforms. Nothing of particular note otherwise, no books or anything.
Okay. Even in the tower?
Even in the tower.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah, it was more like a watchtower.
Yeah, well, could have had weapons or something. Who knows?
That's a fair assessment. Alright. Pearl
All right.
walked away.
Well,
You all make your way back as Pearl is inspecting that crypt and go ahead and move on to the next building. Odess, are you doing anything in particular in the graveyard here? You do, about this time, you would notice that Pearl is closely inspecting this building.
If that's the case, I'll go over and inspect it also.
Okay.
See what she's looking at.
You can go ahead and make a perception check as you approach.
what do you think? Here, Callan?
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Okay.
Apparently, I can't roll anything more than a 5 on my fucking perceptions tonight.
You'll get better.
Same time.
You'll get
Nice.
better.
This is teamwork over here.
Yeah.
You don't notice anything particular about the architecture or the stonework. You don't recognize the writing written on the archway that Pearl recognized. But you do get a ping off your detect magic about 30 feet below the ground. And that is... I really need to prepare this whole detect magic crap better. It is abjuration again.
Okay. I will let Pearl know that believe that there's something magic in there. But it's down below.
Okay, I'm glad it's not just me. There's just something peculiar about this.
Well, what's peculiar about it?
I don't know. I'm just getting a vibe.
What
Can't
like good
explain
vibe, bad vibe,
It
scary
kind of
vibe?
bad, and at the same time, I don't know. It makes me kind of sad. I don't know. I can't tell. I can't quite put it together.
What do you want to do? You want to? What would you like to do?
I mean, it's not like we can take it apart. That wouldn't be nice.
I don't recognize any like worship symbols or anything, right?
No,
No.
it's just a.
There aren't
Oh,
any
sorry.
symbols. There's just writing in a language that you don't speak.
Okay. I'll be honest. I mean, I respect your feeling, but I don't know what it says. We're here to get shit. There's something down there. I can tell you there's something down there. I mean, you want to go back and get the others? Should we open it ourselves? Should we just not fuck with it? Or what you think?
I'm thinking I can't let it go. I might want to explore it a little bit.
Okay. Should we see if we can go get the others, or should we try to open it ourselves?
Let's try to do it ourselves, and it all fails, we can get the others.
Okay. Is there a door to this thing, or what?
Yeah, you're looking at a large stone archway with what looks like a reinforced door at the entrance of it.
What's the door made out of?
Like reinforced wood, like wood and metal.
Okay.
So should we try to like just pull it?
I mean, that's where I would start.
Okay.
We can give it a pull and a shove and see if it don't work when you pull it, try shoving it. Maybe it's a push, not a pull.
Yeah.
Both of you go ahead and make a strength check for me. As that's happening, the rest of you gather enough for another trip back. You've now sent 4 loads up to the surface, and about an hour has passed. And as you come back with this next load, so you're all over by the ramps right now, you don't all exactly meet up here at the same time, but you usually see each other coming or going as you're dropping stuff off. You all realize that you haven't seen Odess or Pearl in probably a good 15, 20 minutes at this point.
That's strange.
Ding.
The door does not budge, Pearl and Odess.
Should we go check on our companions?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Who knows which way they went?
Gar goes, they were heading up that way past the chapel last I saw.
Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, let's go check on them. That away.
Um,
Galen, I'll let you lead since you're my guide.
Staying with the group, Galen, because they can't all move as fast as you. You'll all
Oh,
get...
yeah. Yeah, no,
60
we'll move with everybody.
I just
Yeah.
have basing my movement off of hers, yeah.
Yeah. Odus and Pearl, the door does not budge. It is
Well,
locked, reinforced, and as you look at the lock, it is completely rusted over.
Okay,
well,
we need help.
well, hold on. The lock is completely rusted over. So there's a couple options we can do it here. I mean,
I tried it. Just
yeah, we can.
both of them, one side
Above
and the
table.
other.
Well, yeah, I was going to say above table. I'm going to see if the DM will allow us to do this with assistance, but stick one of the tridents through the lock like a pry bar, and then have us both pull.
You can certainly try.
You want to try
We
that?
try. Yeah, let's do it.
Let's try that. Let's do
You
that.
ever seen a trident with a bent tip?
I was just thinking what fun I'm gonna have if one of
Wait,
you rolls a
wait.
nat 1 with your
Yeah,
weapon.
yeah.
Seeing as this is a prying motion, we'll keep it strength. Go ahead and make strength checks. I will say before you roll, either one of you can roll with advantage, or both of you can roll straight. Your guys' choice.
Otis, you can do advantage. I leave it to you. No pressure.
Okay. Is it possible before I make this roll? Is it possible to make a note of where I saw that gleam at? I know it was 30 feet down.
It's, by your best approximation, 30 feet, pretty much straight down from where the center of the crypt would be.
Okay. Oh, well, that's better than what I thought.
Okay. So you both finagle your tridents and get them good and lodged and give them a big heave. And as you do so, the lock flings out of the door. I need a dexterity saving throw from both of you as it flies off this reinforced door.
Fucking Christ.
Great.
Oh no.
Even better.
So Pearl, well, let's do it the other way. Odess, this thing hits you square in the chest. You take 6 points of damage. It bounces off you and just kind of like clips the edge of your head, Pearl, and you take 3 points of damage from it.
Yeah. No biggie.
And as you're both like holding your wounds and like, you look over and the door is just slightly ajar. The rest of you are coming around the corner of the chapel, and if you have dark vision, you can make out Pearl and Odess right as the lock flying off happens.
I kind of like look at them and then say, "Oh, like there they are," and like point in the general direction of where they're going.
And then as everybody looks, ding!
Those guys.
Can I use Cure Ones on Otis?
Yeah. Don't forget you've got your lay on hands too. It's a paladin thing.
Yeah.
So, okay, go. Just make sure you mark off a spell slot for that.
I did.
Perfect.
Thank you, Pearl.
You're welcome.
Look at the healer getting healed. Shut up.
Yeah. Everybody needs a little bit of help sometimes.
Oh, bitch.
Whoa. That's a feisty Minotaur.
see. It's dark. I don't like the dark.
Well, shall we?
Yeah, let's go. Let's do this.
As you say, shall we? You notice the rest of the party coming over to you.
Hey guys, what's up?
Noticed y'all didn't come for your drop and check-in. Just want to come find you. We were worried.
Opening cribs, just another day.
Oh, another day, another dollar.
Yeah.
Gotta make that money.
DM, does Galen notice anything? Can she read the language herself?
It's hard to give you an answer on that because I don't know what languages Pearl is going to speak. But I'm going to say yes. And Pam can deal with the fact that she's going to know this language. You recognize the language as Infernal, and it reads the beast.
Okay. As they're saying, just opening crypts, and I'm gonna look at the side, and go, are we sure we want to open a crypt of something called the Beast?
Absolutely.
Let's
We
go
wouldn't
in. I want to
it
meet
any
another.
other way.
Let's go. Let's go.
All right, sounds good to me. Let's do it.
I'm going to ask the Grand Tempest if he knows what this place is.
You hear that familiar soothing voice in your head. He goes, many have gone by that name over the millennia. It's hard to say which one this is, if it's even one of the ones I knew.
So what do you think? Is it safe?
It's no more dangerous than anything else you might find down in the deep.
Well, yeah, that's not saying a lot, considering who you're talking to.
Well, I can't exactly give you a straight answer because I don't know what it is.
Oh no, that's I'm not.
Very confident.
You're good. You're good. I was just poking at myself. Don't worry.
Of course. If we can't laugh at ourselves and make fun of ourselves, what good are we?
Mm-hmm. Well, let's go then.
So wait,
Maybe you meet another beast.
did Galen say what she said out loud? Could we be opening doors that says the beast?
Pretty sure she did because Pearl responded.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Otis is gonna look at Pearl and be like, "You didn't tell me that."
Oh, just a minor detail. But
Yeah, that's a detail that probably should have been discussed before opening the door that was locked.
you're the one that detected the magic.
Yeah, but I couldn't read the thing. You didn't tell me you could read it.
I had a feeling about it. We had to investigate it. Like, come on, we're
Okay,
already
well,
here.
I get a lot of feelings. I got a feeling when I eat something shitty.
We're really gonna do this right now? Really?
I'm just, I mean, fuck it. We've already opened the damn door. We might as well fucking deal with this shit. But damn.
Exactly. Might be something important for the captain. You never know.
We're probably already cursed.
Tell me before we start opening this shit.
It's already dead.
He's just gonna scoff and walk off.
Otis. Being a baby.
He's gonna start walking into the crypt, heading towards what he saw.
As you step into the crypt, it's a pretty bare room. In the center of it is like your standard stone sarcophagus, square with a lid, and that's all that's in here.
No staircases, no nothing leading down or anything like that.
Can make an investigation check to see if you spot anything out of the normal, but nothing that you can see at a glance.
Yeah, I was gonna follow Otis and see if there's anything that she sees or recognizes with her 90 feet of dark vision.
Anybody following and looking can make either perception or investigation.
Oh damn! I wish I could have made a
I'm gonna
perception.
climb on the little ceiling and investigate on the top.
Well, you don't need to climb on the ceiling because you're in water. You can just swim up.
That is true. I'm swimming to the top
left.
and kind of investigating the top areas.
Okay.
Hiding
That's okay.
behind.
You can see, I can investigate. That's how the team works. We're
Right,
good,
right.
y'all.
The
We're
teamwork,
good.
man.
That's right. We got this.
Okay.
So Pearl, Gallon, Odess, and Silt, you don't notice anything out of the normal. Taddy and Kit, you're both kind of like working opposite directions around the room, and both come to the same point on the far side of the crypt at the same time, and notice a stone sticking out a little bit. And Taddy, you would definitely recognize this as a pressure plate. Or a switch of some sort.
Okay. Can I determine?
But you and Kit both like see it and see each other see it at the same time.
Ah, you see that, Kit?
Aware
Like-
that there is a thing there. I don't know what it is.
I'm pretty sure that's going to activate something. I've seen things like this before. Can I determine what it's attached to? Like, can I look for like a hidden passage somewhere around here, or holes in the wall for spikes, or?
When you were investigating the room prior, all you noticed was that stone sticking out, resembling a pressure switch.
Okay. Hey guys, get ready, and I'm gonna push it.
Let's go.
As you push the
Yeah, I was
button,
just like, oh, wait, what?
everybody just kind of like looks up and they're like, wait, what? As you stick your hand out and push the button in, and as soon as you push it, there is a loud noise of stone on stone grinding as the sarcophagus in the center of the crypt slides to the side, revealing a spiraling staircase heading down. Even with dark vision, can't see the bottom of it. And I think that's a good place
Well,
to
that's
stop
ominous.
and pick up
No.
next week.
No.
I'm having too much fun.
I know, but it's 2 minutes to 11, and it's a good
Okay.
it's a good stopping point, so we don't get into anything else and then have to stop in 2 minutes.
That's
Less
true.
than 2 minutes now. 1 minute now. So
You could. It's enough time to go down the spiral staircase and see what's down there.
no, we'll pick up here next week.
Oh.
That way you all don't have time to plot against me. Alrighty. Well, thank you everybody for coming to watch the stream. Super appreciate it. Thank you for following, getting us to affiliate. We all appreciate that. We will see you next week, Friday, for the next episode of Lord Z's Fantastical Dungeon, and we'll see you back here next Sunday for the next episode of Waters of the Deep. Goodbye.
Bye,
everybody.
all.